boat is a friggin' disaster right now.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be subject for storage.
Yeah. We stopped by, so I ended up taking a break, and that's why it looks super dark.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.
All right, today's little project, we're doing a quickie one before we get off the dock here. We're gonna make a vegetable rack, a vegetable fruit rack, kind of. So this might be cool for someone out there. So what we're gonna use unusable space, overhead unusable space, kind of in this area we have. And I'm gonna build a large shelf that's out of aluminum, that's mesh. So the thing that's gonna be cool about this is our kind of counter. So we have our kitchen out here. So this is kind of our walkthrough area, and we have our pantry and our fridge here. It's kind of like a prep area. So what I'm gonna do is this area right here, about 6 inches down, I'm gonna build a shelf that's mesh on the bottom so that it can breathe. And this is kind of a zone that we get a lot of condensation into, at least during the rainy season. And so what we're thinking is if we do get condensation, it can drip down on the vegetables. It actually gets to the point where it doesn't really like drip, but it'll get pretty wet up there. So we're gonna have it all vented so it can maybe help with that, take advantage of that. But yeah, it's gonna be a 6-foot shelf here and a foot deep. And so it should be pretty good sized. We have little like baskets and stuff, like a lot of people like fruit and veggie baskets. We eat a lot on this boat with all the kids and everything like that, and so we go through, we eat a lot of meat and stuff. We also eat a lot of veggies and a fruit, and so we've got like these little nets and stuff, but they burn through them super fast. So part of the reason is these guys, here's 1, 2, and 3. We love that they eat vegetables and fruit, but they go through it like crazy.
Hi.
There's Dean. There's Steph making espresso. My salty sailor. Definitely roughing it on this boat. So she's making her coffee. But yeah, I'm gonna try and knock this out, and I'm gonna do, this is all pretty cheap stuff. I just went to the hardware store and got some, I think it's 6063 aluminum angle. This stuff here's fairly cheap. I got a couple sticks. It's like 20 something bucks a stick for the aluminum angle. This stuff is a little more expensive. I think it was like 30-40 bucks. Yeah, and then some stainless hardware. And so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do a quickie through. I think this might be helpful to people. I'm really big on using unused space. This is just that, but we like this prep station, so I don't want to. We talked about putting a shelf like back here and stuff, but I don't really want to do that. We may put some shelf something else, but we have so much. This will be good. And then also, if anyone's shoved vegetables in a drawer before, they just don't do good in a drawer. They kind of need aired out. And this is kind of a cooler section of the boat, being that we're right under the helm. The heat doesn't get as much here as it does in the back bedroom and in the front with the two Dickinson stoves going. So this is kind of a cooler area. Always stays cool during the summer, and it stays really cool, which is nice. So this will be good. We have too much light coming in up front, I think, because we've noticed when we put the hanging ones near the windows, the sun is not good to them. So anyways, yeah, this might be a good little project for people if they want to make a little rack. And I'm doing this all bolt on. I'd love to weld this out, but now I don't have a shop. I don't have any of my tools, and so I do love working with aluminum and stuff. So, but this can be all bolt on, so this is something anyone can do. I'm literally doing this with a hacksaw because I put all my power tools away. We're a couple days from leaving the dock, so all my power tools are away, and I just don't feel like unearthing everything because I've got like quick tools, and then I've got like saws and stuff that are buried up in the bow. I don't want to deal with, so this stuff's super easy to stuff. So I'm actually got a hacksaw. So this is like a total easy boat project, bolt together. Everything's like, this isn't a big fancy shop project. So anyways, I'm gonna knock it out, and I'll just probably be kind of a quick, less talky, more dewy, and get this thing done, and might be help someone else out. If not, at worst, at least I tried. The boat is a friggin' disaster right now too. We're just in like go mode, so we have like all of our projects out. We're trying to button up like 4 different things at once, but we're excited to go. I don't have any projects for probably a month or so and just cruise. We have a nice freezing day today. It's beautiful out, but it's freezing. Here when we get nice weather, it comes with cold. The water was actually froze over today behind the boat again, so that was fun. But yeah, so like I said, I just got this stuff. It's real thin, 1/16 of an inch, it's really thin stuff. Fairly solid, but it should carry. And I'm gonna run this on the front, and then you can just see and then the tray will sit in, and this will be my edge so stuff doesn't roll off. And then there's gonna be kind of a little back bend too, so everything can roll to the back. So there's a big combination of making it deep enough to hold all the veggies, but not so deep that you're gonna lose stuff in the back. And so after a lot of measuring and stuff, I think we came out with a happy medium. I'm also gonna set a couple of these going front to back as dividers / support. So I'll kind of show that as I'm going, but weapon of choice today, nothing too fancy. All right, we got these little buggers cut. So hit it with the file real quick. Anyone with the hacksaw knows the ends look like crap. So, well, course file will do pretty good. So you put this up somewhere where you can see what the heck I'm doing. Sure. Something like that. Care about this. Man, there we go. Whatever. You can see it. Got these big strips here. Really kind of see it there. The goal is you're gonna kind of sit back. Got a ton of supporting stuff to do, but it's gonna kind of sit back like that. The mesh will sit in, and this will be that edge that the veggies can't roll off, and it's going to sit pretty high. It'll be, I think, give or take, like here. And then these are going to be wall straps, and they're going to go up. Nice. I'm going to go up like that, and then it'll be bolted to that, and there'll be a couple center sections bolted in like this. After the mesh is down, this will squeeze that mesh down, and it'll provide some dividers. Say that 10 times fast. Provide some dividers. And yeah, all in all, it should be pretty strong. We talked about, I don't know if we're gonna have an issue with heavy heel of it coming out. If it does, I might make something like a bungee net or something take down. I don't want to make any like elaborate doors or anything, because anytime you get that stuff, it just gets cumbersome to use. So I'm gonna basically try to make a lip shelf that's rolled back. You can't really see it probably in here, but this naturally is tilted back for watershed right here. This is the walk around on the outside, so the hull itself just kind of has that tilt into it. So I'm going to follow that tilt, and that gives us like overall height. It'll have a 1-inch tilt, so it'll be inch higher here, so it should give a roll back. And then we're making a foot deep. Like I said, if someone was going to do this, we talked about bringing it out to here, but at the end of the day, all the veggies going to roll back, and we don't want to have to reach back. This is 2 feet, I think. Don't want to have to roll back to get it. So there's just like little stuff like that I like to take into account when I'm building these projects. So pretty fancy stuff. No, it's pretty simple stuff. So yeah, I just notch it out, and then I'll screw this to the bulkhead, and then go over here. I'm gonna screw this to the bulkhead where it'll be like 2 inches off the wall, and then what it's gonna do is this back brace here, I still gotta pull this current rod, will be like up against here so we can still use our porthole, bring fresh air in when the sun does finally come out in months. We also shoot all this stuff real time, so it's February, almost February here, so we still got a few months of before these all get opened up. Bummer, but we're surviving out here. But these are little projects we kind of stuck behind this year, want to stick around and get done, so it's worth it. So I didn't videotape up there bolting it, but what you can see is I just put this together now. I put 4 bolts in it, so it'll actually, it can move. It doesn't have to be perfectly square. And then I got these as my mounting brackets reversed. So I'm gonna kind of put this up in there now. I'm still gonna be doing some center supports, and I'm gonna do a strap down here to kind of take it. But yeah, I just threw these together real quick, and then this is where I'm gonna kind of do some fine tuning. See all the mesh here, and then this will be secured so it's not rattling and stuff. And so, I mean, you can see here we'll have enough, and then have dividers, and see if I can get in the whole shot. This is a big, this walk through here is 6'8", I think 6.5 foot. Let's see, I just did a minute, 6'6". So I mean, it's gonna be a big rack. But, and then I'm just gonna cut a little hole here for my bolt roll. But yeah, it should be pretty slick. I mean, like I mentioned before, but this is space you wouldn't use. We're gonna hang stuff, but I didn't want stuff hanging and swinging here. We still have full use here. As you can see, it's not sticking way out, you know, and it's a pretty big size rack for all this stuff. So cool so far. Freaking open up and throw some screws in there like that.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like the mesh you chose.
The pattern, yeah, they had a bunch of different ones. I think that one will be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll work. And then this is
That's gonna be so much
high
extra.
grade, so we can even polish it if we wanted to.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be so much extra storage.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is all stuff we didn't use before. And then I'm gonna put...
Part of the reason I don't stock up on some things like bell peppers and other stuff like that is because we don't have the space.
Yeah. Alright, so I gotta make a little support. I'm gonna take this square tube, and I'm actually gonna end up cutting a tab in and bending it to make like a mount. I'll show you what I got planned for that. Now I got a quick mount. I can mount this. Let's see, that's still hot a little bit. Mount this to the ceiling. I'll cut this down, put a cross bolt through there, and then I'll have a little, actually, it's gonna be that way. Mount it like that. Oh, fuck, I'm on the frame. Like that. Now you got a little quickie bracket. So it's pretty stout if you don't take too much material away. Just make sure you don't have tearing here. You know, obviously this isn't a big support, it's just holding some vegetables, but it's a good little trick for light stuff. So we got all that in. The one thing I'm gonna say about this, I think it's gonna rattle. I'm gonna seal it in. I wasn't sure if it was gonna do that, but I think once the weight's on it, it'll be fine. I got a whole bunch of secure points to it, so we'll see. But if anyone actually watches this and decides to do it, I was worried about this mesh rattling. So we'll see if once weight's on, it might be okay. But it's probably just when we're running with the engine. This Lehman in here rattles the whole damn boat when it's running. But when we're sailing, it should be fine. So we'll see. So what's up? I had a buddy stop by, so I ended up taking a break if that's why it looks super dark in here. But I'll show you the finished product. It turned out really good. We'll see how it works. But, so, this angle doesn't look like much. But you can kind of see under there. It's all meshed out. Dividers. So, it's hard to see the proportions, honestly, of this thing and do it justice. But this is 6 inches. 6.5 inches, I think. I forgot to measure. And then this is 6 feet. So, and then a foot deep. So we got 6 square feet, 6 inches, all divided, completely unusable or unused space. And now we got a whole rack. So Mama's happy.
Super happy.
She's super happy. So we got some drawer space back. Our veggies will last longer. We can store more veggies. We like to stock up, you know, so pretty happy with that. So it's a good little project. You know, if someone's looking for storage or whatever, we're going to be doing, for those who maybe have stumbled upon this channel, we're actually switching gears to taking off the dock in 2 days. And we'll be more cruising, but we're going to be doing a lot of these projects as we travel. It's an old boat, you know, it's...
The reason we haven't posted for a while is because we have been doing a lot of projects.
Yeah, it's probably a good one. Yeah, we haven't posted in a couple of weeks. We have some... We've had a lot of projects, nothing been really that fancy or anything anyone cares enough to see it. So one big one we do have that you probably saw in the video is the enclosure. So there's probably some spoilers in there, but Steph is finishing that up. Yeah, I got to put some buttons on it. We decided to do a full helm enclosure, center cockpit boat. So we did a full enclosure all the way around. It's an 8 by 10 foot enclosure, so it's a good size area. Turned out really good. That'll be in the next video. But yeah, we're getting off dock. But yeah, so we're going to be switching to more cruising and our lifestyle. But we will be constantly doing little projects like this, space saver stuff, efficiency stuff. I mean, I'm really big into that stuff. So, and this was easy. I mean, this is hand saws, local hardware store stuff. I mean, we're doing this on a budget. We spend money where we need to on systems as far as engines, stuff like that. But when it comes to these projects, we do them low budget as possible.
And you can't tell through the video, but this only took him a day. Yeah,
so if you have seen, I was kind of on a mission. I had this idea for a while, but I went and got materials last night, and we knocked this out in a day. And so that's pretty good. It's not a big project by any means. A drill, hacksaw, and a file, I think is all I use for this thing. So yeah, if you like it, if you're new to the channel, you know, hit the subscribe button. Follow along if you like projects and just watching us, you know. We're slowly going to refit this boat for the next couple of years, probably, getting it finished up. But we're going to kind of do on the hook, so it'll be interesting. My background, I'm kind of used to doing stuff out in the middle of nowhere and shit. So, yeah, so if you like seeing this stuff, follow us along. But yeah, this is just our little DIY veggie rack.
Yep.
So that's it for now. Bye.